Hello and welcome to the video. In this video I'm going to go over my iteration of Pox's RF Chieftain. The links are down in the description for my POB, just a overview of my character, and then also a link to his page if you find that you like RF or want to try it out. Just going over the ascendancies. It's the same ascendancy you would take for his guide. I've done everything the same as his guide. I'm not going to try to butcher these names, but nearby enemy monsters fire resistance against damage over time is negative 20% while you are stationary. With my iteration of the build, we are stationary more often.
Hello. Welcome to the bill.
Tell him. Look right here. Look at the camera. Tell him. Hello, and welcome to the video.
Hello. Welcome to the bill.
Modifiers to fire resistance also apply to cold and lightning resistance at 50% of their value, unaffected by ignite. Modifiers to maximum fire resistance also apply to maximum cold and lightning resistances. Enemies you or your totems kill have a 5% chance to explode, dealing 500% of their maximum fire life as fire damage. So this is what makes the ascendancy work.
That's one fire.
Listen, just listen. We're stacking all fire resistance on our gear, and that's giving us resistances across the board. And then we're also getting max fire resistances across the board. Hinakura's Death Fury is where we're getting the pops from. The best way to initiate those is to throw a fire trap. So like if you're charging into a pack, you throw a fire trap at the pack and boom, they blow up. And then this one's just giving us, the monsters are just less, you know, our RF is going to do more damage. Don't press any buttons, okay? But I pretty much definitely mirrored his build. It's just a cast when damage taken iteration. We are using Fan the Flames, Burning Bright, Disorientating Display, and Student of Decay. We do have a Watcher's Eye, using some small jewels, Cobalt Jewel. We have this Brutal Restraint here so that we can get increased dexterity. Get our dexterity up. We are using a Light of Meaning, Prismatic Jewel. And I just took a lot of life. Anywhere there was an extra one to take, I took it. We're level 97. And the build is a lot of fun. The build is a lot of fun. Yeah. Tell him it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
So I have a copy of the POB down in the description if you want to check it out. You can also head over, like I said, to Pox's page, and he's gonna break it down. That's how I've learned how to play this build so well. It's watching him. I've been playing Path of Exile for a while now, and I never really played Righteous Fire. So this league, I really dug into it, and it's a lot of fun. So for our wand, we do have 23% to damage over time, +1 to level of all fire spell skill gems, gain 18% of physical damage as extra fire damage. You can have up to 3 crafted modifiers, so we crafted that on. We got plus 18% to fire damage over time, 51% increased fire damage, and 20% chance to ignite. For the helmet, we crafted this helmet by ourselves. you just he has a guide in his page on how to craft this helmet. You just use the red life force and spam until you get burning damage and concentrated effect. So we have socketed gems are supported by level 18 burning damage. Socketed gems are supported by level 20 concentrated effect. We got we ended up rolling plus 30 to strength. Adds 18 to 39%. Alright, adds 18 to 39 physical damage to spells. Increased burning damage, increased stun and block recovery, increased area damage, and then we crafted on +1 to level of all socketed AoE gems and increased area of effect. We are using. No, you gotta wait. I'm doing the video. We're recording right now. Look. Okay. So you gotta wait. All right. Just listen to Daddy talk. We are using Cloak of Flame. We are using Annihilation's Approach, Dragon Scale Boots. We do have a Calandra's Touch to mirror our ring. For our ring, bought this off a trade. Plus 38 to Dexterity, increased fire damage. We got some life on there, some fire resistance, some chaos resistance, and then we crafted on increased damage. So we're mirroring that ring. We also have this ring, the Hateful Accuser Nameless ring. We use this when we're bossing. So I will swap this out. Boom. And then we have Penance Mark. And that just helps us get pops while we're bossing. So I use that for bossing. Shush, dude. Shush. Alright. Shush. For our amulet, we have Disciple of the Unyielding, +1 to minimum endurance charges, and chance to gain an endurance charge on kill, increased damage per endurance charge. So that's how we're getting our endurance charges.
Yeah.
Because of the boots, we do have Adrenaline. You deal increased damage and have increased attack and cast and movement speed and additional physical damage reduction. These boots are nice. If you see, if I swap these on, our life goes up to 5,729, and then our regen also goes up as well. So when I'm delving, I'll use these boots. When I'm just mapping, I'm gonna use Annihilation's Approach. For our gloves, for our gloves, for the Eldritch Explicit, we have 10% of physical damage converted to fire damage. Ignites you, inflict spread to other enemies within 1.3 meters. So this ignites you, inflict spread to other enemies. This is something you want to get on your gloves, because this is gonna along with fan the flames, this is gonna clear the screen. This is what's gonna help have your ignites just, you know, affect a wider range of the screen. On the gloves, we have 34 to dexterity, adds a little bit of physical damage to attacks, 60 to maximum life, increased life regeneration rate, and some chaos resistance. For our belt, it's got a low roll armor on it, but we have 7% increased maximum life. Shush, dude. Shush. You gonna explain it for me?
Yeah.
Alright, tell him. Tell him. Don't be shy, tell him. Regenerate 75.3 life per second, increased life recovery rate, some fire resistance, and then we craft it on life. For this build, let me get my auras going. For this build, you can see we have 148 energy shield. Don't talk. We have 148 energy shield. And once you turn on your RF, that energy shield is gone and it's useless to us, right? So what I've done here is I'm using replica Sorrow of the Divine Sulfur Flask, and we're using the replica one because it gives you Eldritch Battery. So when we hit this flask, when we're mapping, we hit this flask, that's gonna go over now to our mana. So instead of pathing, which I had pathed here before, all the way to Eldritch Battery and wasting 5 points, I took those 5 points back and put on this flask. We have that because our cast when damage taken uses a substantial bit of mana as we're getting hit. It's constantly proccing, constantly proccing, constantly proccing. So with this flask, we are able to sustain our cast when damage taken very well. And our cast with damage taken is hooked up to Firestorm of Pelting, Purifying Flame of Revelations, Desecrate, and Volatile Dead of Seething. For our other flask, we have Oriasin Bismuth Flask, just for some extra elemental resistances, and this is also giving us enemies you kill during effect have 21% chance to explode, dealing a tenth of their maximum life as damage of a random element. So this is just helping with the pops. This is helping with the exploding the screen. For our other flasks, it's pretty much standard. I'm actually might change this one because I have this one on, so if we have these boots on, we're still avoiding chill and frozen. But with these boots on, you cannot be chilled, cannot be frozen. So sit up. So we have a quartz flask to add spell suppress and give us phasing. We do this because while we're delving, it helps us walk through the monsters. While we're mapping, it helps us phase right through the monsters, so you're not getting stuck on any monsters, and your RF is you're just not getting stuck. And we have a ruby flash just because we're stacking fire resistance, so this really helps. Stop, TJ. You're gonna have to get down, dude. All right, go play. He distracted. You want to be the star of the video. And then all crafted on it, we have regenerate 3% of life per second during effect. And this is always going off because we have gain 3 charges when you're hit by an enemy. So this flask will always be constantly going because it's filling up. Stop talking. Coming over and whispering. Shush. Just give me like 5 minutes, okay? All right. For our next flask, it's a granite flask. We just have increased duration, increased armor during effect. That just gives us some armor. Can't really, I know the camera is in the way here, but just sitting in our hideout, we have 86 fire, 86 cold, 86 lightning resistance. Our chaos resistance is capped. Our chance to block attack damage is overcapped. Chance to block spell damage is at like 30. Armor isn't really very high. When we hit our flasks, we do get up to 78% physical damage reduction. So it's not bad. It's not bad. And we get 90 res, all res. Got a little bit of trap throw speed on there. But essentially this helmet makes it to where we now have a 6-link fire trap. And we're getting 1 level from our wand, and we're getting 3 levels because of the crafted on and because of the +2 level of socketed skill gems. We are getting +4, so we have 24 fire trap, and then we're getting minus levels on our supports, but it's way better to have more levels on fire trap. And we're hooked up, fire trap is hooked up to swift affliction, life tap, and controlled destruction. Now if you look at our righteous fire, it's sitting at 31,725. If I throw a fire trap, it goes up because now we have life tap, and it does that because we have life tap in our 6-link righteous fire. So we have righteous fire hooked up to swift affliction, elemental focus support, efficacy, burning damage, and life tap. I don't have life tap anywhere else, so it's kind of, you can put it, also hook it up to your shield charge, so then while you're shield charging around, hook up a low level life tap to it and get the life tap to proc, and then that'll boost your righteous fire more consistently. But we didn't have the gem sockets for that. In our shield we have purity of fire, flame dash, blood rage. In our boots we have tempest shield, shield charge, faster attacks, and malevolence. Oh, I didn't the jewel we have in our belt is corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you, adds a little lightning damage to our spells, some armor, and regenerate 19 life per second. I essentially just have this jewel in here for corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you. And like I said, cast when damage taken is hooked up to Firestorm of Pelting, Purifying Flame of Revelation. We also have Enduring Cry. Cast when damage taken over here in our wand is hooked up to Desecrate and Volatile Dead Seething. And it is a lot. It's a lot of fun, the cast when damage taken setup, because essentially, let's get into a map here. Essentially, you can be AFK and it'll clear the screen. So when you get into a map, you start your righteous fire, you can hit your blood rage, and you just start going. Once you see a pack, you can Enduring Cry to get some endurance charges. Now see, when we stand here, we stand still. Kill this Harbinger. Just throw fire traps at him. I actually don't have my Malevolence or my Tempest Shield going, which is funny, but let's get those going. Do have a SSF filter on, so you're going to see a lot of stuff drop. But essentially, hit this ritual and put up the praying hands and just hope we don't die, right? You can see Hinakora's Fury popping off on its own there. But build is a lot of fun. Let's see if our Annihilation's approach is on. Yeah, Approaching Flames is active, so that's good. Everything is good. Just shield charge around. Build is very tanky. A lot of fun. And it's not ZDPS. Like, you're still doing, if you look here, 799,464 with my damage per second from the flame trap. So that's not bad at all. It's not ZDPS. And then we got our righteous fire will constantly change. Right now we're at 414,324. Let's see what this guy's got. He got some chaos orbs, so we'll take them. And if you, as you see, the volatile dead is seething. They hit us, and those orbs come out. Now, it's not as consistent with not taking Eldritch Battery on the tree. Also, like taking Eldritch Battery on the tree will make your cast when damage taken like super consistent. So our flask right here is not always up, but as long as you are going from pack to pack to pack, it should be up. Also, if you took Divine Shield as well, then your energy shield will always be full. Like, it'll always stay full. We do have Beyond Monsters spawning in, which is real nice with Righteous Fire because they just die. They spawn in and die. This build is really good for Delve. Extremely well rounded for Delve. So you just stand still. Volatile dead is seething. Pops off. If you observe down here, cast when damage taken is eating up our mana and our energy shield. But with this flask, it's pretty consistent. You can sustain with the flask. It's very doable. Our flask is back up, no problem. As long as you're moving fast. Especially with Adrenaline and Annihilation's approach or whatever. Boots. Pretty quick. Left it. That one. Stand still and kill the boss. No worries. Got that open one. What do we got here? Okay. Right there. I said okay, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Right there? We do have a tier 17, so I don't actually have any of those. Let's see if we can even run this. Marked for death. I'm not gonna run this because I'm probably just gonna die. It'd be embarrassing. So we'll just run another one. We'll do that off camera. Actually gonna keep this ring either. Alright, we'll just get right into another map. Try to put scarabs in to get more pack size, but
This is not a challenge. Do try not to deliberate too long. Ah, retreat.
specs out this dude. Get him out of here.
Delightful death.
Don't even need him. Get him out of here. So yeah, as you can see, like, kind of like the Death Aura from our Elementalist or whatever, or Ritualist, whatever that one was. Everything just explodes as you shield charge around. Your Righteous Fire and your Hinakora's Fury just take care of everything. The build is a lot of fun. In actuality, I'm probably going to League start Righteous Fire again, just because I like it so much, and also because of the also for the aspect that you can delve with it very easily, and delve is a good money making strategy. Sell resonators on the market, map and get Azurite when you pick up the sulfite. So probably gonna do that. See what happens here. We do have 6k life right now.
Vengeance is cold indeed. Fire seeks.
So it's pretty good for ultimatum too. We're capped. We're over capped on our res. 90% all res. Just spin to win. Spin to win, baby.
The wind conspires with the flames.
I think we'll just take rewards at this point. Beat the boss. See, everything's just popping. Hinakora's popping off. If you have a stubborn pack, throw a flame trap at it, and boom, it'll pop. Hinakora will pop. The only downside to this build is that bossing is like big bosses, Ubers, and all that stuff. They do take a little bit of time to kill. Even when you're delving and you run into a boss, the time to kill takes a while. But with the Hateful Accuser ring and Penance Mark, you are able to cut that time down by getting more Hinakora pops during your boss encounter. Like for instance, if this boss was super tanky, I would just hit it with a penance mark. Guys would spawn around, and I would throw flame traps at them, and then hopefully get a Hanakora to proc. But map bosses don't give you any issues. Pick up resonator, loot. So termination. What's going on? Game's wigging out. Let's go ahead and do this. Game's kind of wigging out here. See what happens. Drop it over here. Let's get that map. Kind of low on maps. So I mean, this is a tier 17. No trouble. You can see them, they chipping away at my life a little bit more than... Now with these boots on, life regen is not an issue. Actually more tankier. But I do like moving a little faster, so that's why I'm using Annihilation's approach. I guess we're marked for death now.
Did House Kayaks send you? No? Then be gone.
Clear the map. Take care of this boss. Hopefully these bosses don't give us too much trouble. They might actually. And it's tier 17. Oh, see? Boss has killed us, so... Not cool. Can see if we can get back in there and kill him. With our... dude. Alright, now let's see if we get back in here. Okay, just give me 1 second. I'm about to finish the video now. About to finish it right now. Okay. Now we have our penance mark. Penance mark. Penance mark. You heard? The bosses might go a little quicker. Probably still gonna have to move around. Penance mark them. It's her that's giving us the trouble, really. She might do it to us again. Yeah, she did it again. I'm not messing with this boss. So, like I said, the RF Chieftain's not the best bosser. Like, with these boots on right now, our life regeneration is at 2k. With the boots off, it's at 17. But this build is a lot of fun. I'm probably definitely gonna league start this build. Go for the same setup that I have here with the helmet. The shield, I don't know if I actually went over the shield, but the shield is recover 5% of your life when you block. So that's the biggest thing on this shield. And that's what's given us a lot of sustain as well, because our chance to block attack damage, chance to block spell damage is at 75%. So as you can see right here, 75%. But yeah, I can't believe I forgot to go over the shield. But yeah, like I said, I do like to use Annihilation's approach for mapping. I've been mapping more, so just keep these in the inventory along with our Hateful Accuser. Swap out the gear when needed. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Also, Pox has a page, I believe, where any questions you could ask about RF, he's already answered them. So head over to his website, check that out. Great source of information. This is a really safe build for League Start. This is a build where, you know, Pox pretty much holds your hand on every aspect of this build. So if there's a question you have, there's an answer out there. This is just my iteration of the build, and it's my cast when damage taken iteration. Really enjoy cast when damage taken. It definitely helps with clear, and it makes the build essentially, you know, an AFK build for mapping, for delving, where you can just turn your brain off and just kind of like shield charge around, get to the spot you're supposed to be at, delve in, and just wait for all the monsters to die. You can get up, you know, get yourself a cup of coffee, whatever. The kids come over bothering you, you don't even have to pause the game. You just get up and keep it moving, because unless you're fighting a boss, you're not going to die, and the screen's going to get cleared. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, leave a silly comment. Always appreciate it. If you have any questions, like I said, shoot them down below and I'll get you an answer. Thank you for watching.